I'm here with actor Gill, who most recently was seen on the CBS hit Blue Bloods. Let's take it back a little before that and talk about when you first decided you want to enter the business. I understand you wanted to be a singer.
I did. When I was 5, I told my mother I wanted to be inside the television. And so she put me in this musical theater class. And so I did the musical theater class, and with this singing that I wanted to do, I was like, oh, this acting and dancing, okay, yeah, I'll do that too. At the end of the program, there was a showcase. And in the showcase was agents and managers and things like that. And so my manager, she saw me in the show, and that's how she signed me. So I was 11. And so I started acting because someone actually told me they thought I was good at it. But once 8th grade, 9th grade came around, I went to LaGuardia High School. That's when it became my own passion.
Very cool. Yeah. Now there's no stopping you, right?
I hope not. I hope not. I don't want to stop.
And now, after LaGuardia, you went to Juilliard.
Yes.
And you actually booked your first role on Law & Order while you were still a student.
I sure did, in 2006. Yeah, I kind of had to fake a sick day on that one. But I went, and first they called, and they were like, hey, you have an appointment for Law & Order. So I checked my schedule. I was like, there's no way. It doesn't fit into my lunch break. I can't go. 3 weeks went by. And they called and like, hey, they still really want to see you for this Law & Order thing. And I was like, okay, well, I kind of have a break here. So I went, I did it, and Jonathan Strauss was the casting director. He whispers in my ear afterwards. He's like, you better prepare your sick days. I was very excited about that, but you know. Yeah, but I didn't, at the same time, of course, I didn't want to jeopardize like my attendance in Juilliard because they were very strict on that. But it worked out well.
Very cool. So that was your first professional on television experience.
Yeah.
And then your first recurring role was on a show called Golden Boy. What was that like?
CBS too. CBS is really good.
Yeah, CBS is good to you.
Really
Yeah,
nice to me. Listen, thank you, CBS. Yeah, that was fun too. That was the first time I was ever able to start building a character and coming back certain episodes and following a storyline of my own. So that was exciting. That was the first time I got to do that.
Very cool. And then after that, you did Beauty and the Beast, Do No Harm.
Beauty and the Beast, that was great. First time I ever had a stunt double, because I got shot in the shoulder, shot in the back, and then had a stunt driver. That was cool. That was my first time playing a detective, a young detective. Yeah.
Your first role on as a police officer then?
No, my first role as a police officer was in a pilot, maybe 4 years ago, in the show called Trooper.
Okay.
Mira Savino was the lead. I never got picked up, but that was my first time playing a cop.
And now, speaking of cops, you were just on Blue Blood. You weren't. You were interrogated, shall we say, by the DA and her partner, and she put you through the ringer, huh? She did.
Bridget Moynihan is great. She's a great actress. She's great to work with. I had a really great time working on that episode. I had a great director. The cast is great. It was my first chase scene. That was exciting. What else I love about that? It was just a great time all around.
Very cool.
Really great time all around.
And now you've also done film work, and your most recent project is called Tower of Silence, where you play Raheem. Yeah, and that's coming out in October, right?
October 2016. Not sure what kind of distribution they're going to get for it, so it's either going to be like Netflix or maybe an Amazon situation, but we'll see. I'm excited about that. I play a young wizard.
Okay.
And we're searching for our master of ceremonies almost, our master teacher who's been captured by, he's been captured by the evil warlock, if you wish, yeah.
And now you were also in another film, Fourth Man Out. What was that experience like? And that's on Netflix now, right?
Oh yeah, that just came out May 5th. Really excited about that. And I actually got to do that with a friend from school who is actually the lead. And then I booked it and I was like, Evan, I'm in your movie. So that was really exciting. So Evan Todd, yeah, it was really cool. But that was fun. We shot that in Albany for about a week. I did that. Came back to New York and was on the grind again.
So funny how, as big as the industry is, it's really not that big, and you end up working with.
You run into people all the time.
Yeah.
All the time, or you get to work on the same network all the time. Yeah, like on Blue Bloods, there were definitely a couple of people who had worked on Golden Boy with me, and they weren't part of the cast or part of the crew, so that was good. It's always good to see familiar faces.
It's nice. It makes you feel comfortable on set right off the bat.
Sure, because it can be nerve-wracking, no matter how many times you do it.
Yeah.
And how many times, how many jobs you've booked, how many times you've done film or television. You always get nervous because you care. You care about the work that you put out there.
Absolutely. And if you don't, then you shouldn't be in the
exactly.
business, right?
Not at all. Not at all. Come on, we produce art.
Now, in addition to the film coming out, you said you just participated in a reading of a play?
Oh yeah, I just did a reading of a play at the Lark. It was their studio retreat. It's a new program that they have. Azel Williams, he was the playwright. He's actually part of the writing team for Law and Order SVU. He wrote that play. I previously worked with him at Ars Nova, like maybe 2 years ago on like a short play festival. But the reading that I did last week, it was fun. Kent Gash directed it. The Lark is a great place to work. It was a good time. I worked with my friends, like Susan Hayward.
Okay.
Who was in it. She's in vinyl. And that was great to work with her again. So it was cool.
Now, since you've done film, TV, and stage, do you have one that you feel more comfortable in, or one that you enjoy more than the other, or you just want to work, you don't care?
Gosh, no, I want to work. I want to stay as versatile as possible. You know, I try to always tell my agent, my managers, like, you know, I want to do musicals, I want to do plays, I want to do film, I want to do television. Like, I do audiobooks. So, you know, last year I had a really great, exciting job. I made my premiere with the New York Philharmonic. And so that was like 3,000 people, me, 100-piece orchestra, narrating Peter and the Wolf.
Wow.
And that was great. Like, I don't think I'll maybe ever have that experience again. Now that actors don't get to work with like the New York Philharmonic, so that was a blessing. I was excited about that. That
yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
is there a musical that you would really like to go out for? Or?
Oh gosh, I mean, to snag a spot in Hamilton, that would be nice.
Well, yeah. Hamilton. What's that?
You know?
We'll just walk right by and drop this interview off.
Gosh, like to do that, but I did a really great musical called The Last Goodbye with Alex Timbers that Michael Kimmel wrote. We did it at the Old Globe, which was really great. It was a rock musical of Romeo and Juliet. I played Benvolio.
Okay.
So that was actually the best of both worlds. I got to do some Shakespeare, which I went to school for, and I got to sing a little bit, do some acting, so a little bit of dancing and singing. So that was actually one of the best projects I've worked on so far. I really enjoyed doing that.
Very cool. And what advice would you give to somebody who's starting out in the business? I know obviously you're relatively young, but you have had some success.
Oh gosh. That if you want it, like don't give up. Like don't give up. Like, it can get hard, it can get rough. But if this is what your heart wants and this is what you desire and you have a passion for, like keep going. Like keep going. Like for real.
Very good.
Yeah. And training. Get training. I think that's important. Sometimes people think they'll be wasting time, or like, oh, I don't want to do theater, so why go to school? Like, acting is acting, and it takes more than just charm and a good sense of humor to be an actor. Like, you know, there's a technique to it, and it's an art form that should be taken seriously.
And don't skip out during Juilliard, right?
Right, exactly. Don't skip out on Juilliard, because if you get caught.
Brandon, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I look forward to seeing your next role as Raheem.
Me too, hopefully.
Very cool.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.